So this is love. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Hey, pussycat. Oh, and hey, pussy cat. Hey, puss, puss. Oh, how cute. Oh, hey, cute. Oh, ah. Oh, kisses. Oh, bites. Kisses. Baron, can you kiss, though? Baron, those are sharp teeth. Please. Ow. Ow. Can you please kiss? Oh, fuck. Please. Baron. Shit. Teeth marks. Wow. He divergent. Holy shit. He really digs. He goes in there. And why? Sorry about that. I had to. I don't know what's going on with the signal. Are we back? Let me see. I had to. Okay. I think we're good. It cut out for a second. Is the sound okay? Okay. Testing 1, 2, 5, 8, 7, 2, 4, 5, 7, 3, 8, 4, 5, 7, 2. Okay. 2, 5, 4, 2, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. I always love office people that like type and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stupid. Hey, Katie. Hey, Bill. Okay, good. Good. But he's my baby, Divergent. Damn. You know? Papa got a pet. So, while we're waiting for some people to come in, Oscar and I saw the new Wicked movie. The only showing was at the Aurora Theater, the one that was unfortunately shot up. What was that, 2012? Very creepy feeling, by the way, in there. I've never seen a movie in there. I've only been there one time with Mexi on the outside of it. And I thought that they changed Theater 9, which the shooting was in. I thought they closed it off and turned it into a storage unit. No, folks, they did not. What they did was they changed, instead of numbers for the auditorium, their letters. So while we're sitting there in our movie, I'm like Googling, I'm like looking at a map. The room auditorium directly across from the movie we were watching Wicked in, which by the way, we were the only ones in there. It was late at night. That was Theater 9. And what they did was they turned Theater 9. It's immediately after you walk in, it's this huge lobby with a tall ceiling. And then you just walk straight back. It's right there. Theater 9, I think, is the biggest one they have. They remodeled it to be like the Dolby digital 4D, like almost like IMAX theater room. I think that room seats like 400 people. And I think there was 400 people in the room the night that it happened. It was full. So it was just creepy. And so Theater 9, they had a yellow brick road leading up to it through the doors and like balloons that were rainbow colored and stuff. It was really weird. That theater has a very dark imprint. You guys know what an imprint is? It's like a photograph or a video, but it just replays over and over like this. Like we took these pictures. Okay? You take a picture and it stays in time. Well, an imprint, like a spiritual imprint, yeah, Bill, is like if it's stamped in time, that negative energy. So I don't necessarily think that theater is haunted, although I did feel the presence of a really little girl in the room. And I realized, I was like, I looked up the victims. There was a 6-year-old girl that passed away. So it was weird. And I am an empath and I do feel stuff. Sir? Oh, please don't poke my eye out again, sir. We can't do this again. Daddy's got to support us. I have to support us. Please. 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 Oh. Did you like it, Pussycat? I didn't like the movie. Oh, I feel like I'm bleeding now. I thought it was very shitty storytelling. My eye is a lot better. Thank you for asking. Have you ever done EVPs? Where is my EVP? I should have brought this. You went to a different movie? Yeah, no, I'm just screwed, Bill. My cat's just gonna attack me. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Hey, Roselang. So, anyways, that was interesting. The movie sucked, was not as good as the first one. If you're looking forward to, I've read the Wicked books. Son of a Witch was the sequel, and they're very dark. They're nothing like the musical. It's really shitty that they just put Dorothy as a really background character in the book and in the musical, and in the movie, I'm like, what's the point of even casting someone to play Dorothy? She's literally a nobody. Yeah, Bill, he will. He's fun. He's going through puberty right now, my cat, I think. So in the middle of the night, he like goes crazy. And then I wake up and he's laying on my chest all sweet after beating me all night. Oh, okay, Katie. Yeah, I will. I don't like that movie theater. It's very ugh. You just get a really gross feeling. But I believe in bringing different energy into those places, and I think it's cool that they still kept it open so people, even some of the victims, went back after they reopened it after 6 months just to slap James Holmes in the face and be like, "No, bitch. We're making good memories here. Fuck you." My cat is a Pisces, Bill, so he is dual personalities, much like us Geminis. He's a psycho. But he's so loving. He really is. The books have very nasty, vulgar shit in it. I'm just going to spoil it for you guys. In the book, well, you find out Elphaba is the wizard's daughter. So the Wicked Witch is the wizard's daughter. But he also rapes her. And that's how you get Son of a Witch, the sequel, where it's the son of the Wicked Witch of the West. And he's gay, and there's like a gay sex scene where he's biting the pillow, taking it up the butt. It is nothing like the musical. That's why watching the musical, I'm like, they should have went the dark route. But love you, Ariana Grande. Sorry, there's police sirens outside. So gather around because I wanted to. I saw that Mommy Ramblings commented on the post that I read the other day of Natasha's, and it is a crock of shit. A crock of shit. But I am going to try to be as nice as I can talking about Mommy Ramblings. But I am done with her using my fucking ass so she could be a little victim and oh, poor me. Listen, folks, grief is not the only thing that makes people vulnerable on here. And I will never go after somebody or drag anybody or try to hurt your feelings if you don't do it to me first. Just because I didn't have people dying all over the fucking place doesn't mean you weren't going after tons of shit in my life. And you still are, by the way. But fuck you. And let me just say this first before I pull out. I'm going to pull up the post in a second. You motherfuckers that hate animals can suck my dick. Because if I was a superhero, I would want to be able to freeze time so I could save any animal that ever needed help in the history of time ever and save them and take them out of harm's way. You motherfuckers that sit there and fucking make fun, and you will always be like, oh, Robbie's comparing his dead animal to my dead relative. No, bitch, I ain't comparing them. A loss is a loss, bitch. Period. Do not sit there and fucking make fun of somebody's innocent fucking animal dying to hurt their feelings and expect them not to fucking come after you in return, especially after your fucking son dies, bitch. Shit. Do not do that. Fuck you for that. But I will get into, and every time this bitch brings it up, it's like once a year I have to refresh people's memory on what the fuck happened. And I do know Natasha. Well, we'll get into that in a second. So gather around.
No, no chance, dance. No, no dance. No chance, no dance. No chance. Give me second chances.
That's so cool!
I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! My
All right, so let me pull up this post. She showed her dead dog on screen. All of you, any motherfucker who sits there, I never want to hear them cry about an animal dying if they have pets. They probably shouldn't have fucking pets if they're like bashing people for their animals dying. But anyways, that's what Mommy Ramblings was doing to me, along with many other people that do it. It's so fucking stupid. If you push my buttons and try to go low and hurt my feelings, you're going to get it in return. And I don't give a fuck what I say to you, period. You're going to get your feelings fucking hurt. That's common logic and sense. But anyways, let me put you, if it's safe, close your eyes. If it is not, then just listen. And let me put you in a mindset real quick. Imagine having a friend that you've had nothing but great experiences with, and you have nothing but love and respect for them. And you just think they're all around great human being, and you've had nothing but great interactions with them for, God, well over a year, maybe 2 years. And just, you really think incredibly highly of them, and their son just passed away, and you're like, oh, that's so terrible. And you know that they've been sad the last couple of days, and you know you've been there for them and in their chats on YouTube, and you're just try to be there for them, right? Now imagine waking up one fucking morning and they're live once again talking about their deceased child, and you go in there once again like you did the last couple of days and just be like, hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. You know, I'm still here. You go in and you say hi, and the entire chat says, get the fuck out of here. And they direct, you are the spotlight when they go in, and when you go in and say hi, they all attack you. And your friend, who was always nice to you and you had a great experience with, says, get him out of here. Save Robbie. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out, out, out. What? What? And you are viciously attacked by your friend, and thousands of people. Your job is doxxed, threatened. Every single thing about your life is shamed. Your alcohol and drug addiction that you'd been working on during that time frame is trashed, and people are hoping you relapse. And I mean, you're just being attacked the fuck out of over a rumor that's not true. Mommy Ramblings was told that I was on a panel with Hello Starlight and all them, dragging the fuck and making fun of her dead child. That did not happen. This bitch and her community attacked the fuck out of me for well over a year. Okay. And so then I started during that time frame, I started like a sobriety journey. My good friend Kurt, who I'd known for years and years, I helped him build his channel. He came in and he helped me with my sobriety because he doesn't drink. And we did paranormal stuff together, and everything was great. Well, these people during that time frame were rooting for my downfall. They wanted me to relapse. They made fun of any time a pet of mine died, anything that ever happened to me, they made fun of. Mommy Ramblings, I'm looking at you. You did that in your community. And all for no reason. And I'm pretty sure she knew that I did not drag her son, but she kept the lie going because it got her a lot of attention. It caused me a lot of chaos. Well, cut to almost a year later. It's 2 weeks away from me being 1 year sober. And I have a falling out with Mexi publicly that you guys all saw. And I was fed up with, and people were celebrating that. They were just waiting for the moment that I would relapse. And Mommy Ramblings was celebrating that night when I relapsed, and many of my haters, and I gave it to them good. And I fucking said, you want to blame me about your son? You guys want to blame me? I will be the fucking villain. And I went psychotic, crazy, drunk, and I said filthy shit. And I've apologized about it a million fucking times. But looking back, I'm really not sorry because you guys were horrible, shitty fucking people. And the older I get, I do see that I don't have to say those vile things. God deals with you bitches with karma. And I see that with a lot of you. And it's not to be mean. Hopefully it changes you for the better. She made a phone call to get the son's number also. Starlight? Wait, what? Starlight? Oh, she showed her dead dog on screen. That's gross. So, Mommy Ramblings, you did that. So, anyways, the night that I relapsed, this was what, 2021, 22? I can't even remember. It was years ago. I said filthy shit. Well, of course, that was clipped. And this stupid channel named, I think it was NewsTubers, made a cartoon of me in the bathtub, and they used my relapse audio over the cartoon. Mommy Ramblings supported that channel, by the way. She loved their videos, and she loved this video because it was bashing me. It was making me look stupid like a cartoon character. Anyways, it was like, I don't know, a year after that cartoon was made, or maybe 2. I don't even know. But I was on Natasha Cooper's panel, and I don't know, we were talking about the video, and she ended up playing the video. Natasha Cooper was laughing not at what I was saying. What I will say is Natasha, now listen, everybody goes low. Just because someone says, I don't drag deceased relatives, I don't do this, I don't do that, does not mean that you don't drag people for really low, shitty stuff. So even though Natasha does, I mean, she drags people for filthy shit, she's dragged my rape and all sorts of shit, she does not go after deceased relatives. She did not do that night. Mommy Ramblings went fucking crazy and said that she was, and made a whole big scene about it, and the live stream's still up on her channel. We were not laughing at that. We were laughing at the stupid NewsTubers channel that Mommy Ramblings supported and liked, and it was making fun of me. So, come to find out, Mommy Ramblings knew that Natasha was not making fun of her son. She even said it in text messages, but she was too embarrassed to come out publicly and say, oh my God, I made a mistake. So that also tells me, I know for a fact, that she knew that I never, and hello Starlight, none of us, we never made fun of her son. Now that night I relapsed after almost a year. Fuck yeah, I did. I will drag anybody. You guys talk about anything that I'm vulnerable about. Hey, Siren, anything, anything. Fuck you. You are not off the table just because you have a deceased relative. That's not the way this works. If you're a shitty person, someone's probably going to bark back at you and try to hurt your feelings. Okay. Now, I have a way different outlook on death than weaklings. And I call people that are like, oh my God, I'm so sad forever because someone died. Grow some balls. Okay. Because God is awesome. And when people pass away, they're in such a better place. So if I've ever barked back at you for making fun of my rape, my sobriety, anything to try to hurt my feelings, and maybe I've used one of your deceased relatives to hurt your feelings in return, you deserved it. I'm not sorry for that. And number 2, it wasn't to hurt your deceased relative. It was to hurt you. Like your intention was to hurt me. Don't fucking hurt people's feelings. You guys literally make fun of animals fucking dying, for crying out loud. Innocent fucking animals. So fuck you for that. And fuck you, Mommy Ramblings. You're a piece of shit. Now let me read what she wrote on Natasha's post. So let's share this. I've already read the post on my last live stream, so we're just going to go down to Mommy Ramblings. And of course, like, she made it about her. Oh God, there's 2 scoots. She made it about her. And it's just listen. Hold on, let me find it. There was a lot of good comments on here too. And of course, Mommy Ramblings went straight to the fucking negativity. All right. Let me drink some water for this. My organs have been hurting in my lower back. And like, I've had this weird burning coming through my throat that burns my mouth. I don't know if it's leaky gut or fucking God only knows. But it sucks. All right. Oh, okay, let me zoom. Sorry, Divergent. Let me zoom on it. Okay, so she says, Natasha, I have no idea why your community post showed on my YouTube feed, but I do believe things happen for a reason. As I read your post, I noticed that you wrote about many of the things I've been feeling, especially at this time of year. You wrote about many of the things my friends are feeling. So many of us are grieving, and despite what people say, it doesn't get easier, and the holidays hit hard. Many of my dear friends have suffered significant losses over the last year and months. I'm going to pause there and say we all have experienced fucking loss, okay? Some of it's worse than others, but you have to keep going and stop blaming other fucking people all the time, especially when you bring it here. Just a little advice that you're not going to fucking take. But I mean, I'm one of those people that when somebody I love passes away, whether it's an animal or a person, and I've had a lot of people that I love pass away, you don't see me crying and complaining about it because my faith is strong. I know I'm going to see him again. Where the fuck is all your faith, people? Jesus Christ, you guys preach your Christianity all the fucking time. Where is it at? Where? And I ain't trying to shame religion, okay? But people are always been, Robbie says he's a Christian. No, I don't say I'm a Christian. God is fucking awesome. And God even loves cunts like Carolyn. He does. She said, so many of us are grieving, and despite what people say, it doesn't get easier. Blah, 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 blah. I see their pain. I know the pain because I lived that physical and emotional pain as well. I sent you a message after your sister passed. I've seen the pain in my children losing a sibling, and I wanted you to know that I truly was sorry you had to experience that, and of course, that your sister's children and your mother had to experience that loss. I received a message back from you. I truly thought maybe through grief, we could have our peace. I was shocked a few months later when I saw that you were showcasing my worst grief on your panel. As soon as I saw my son's picture come up, I had to shut it down. I was so upset. I'm going to pause there and say, anybody in fucking true crime, listen, you guys post deceased children, relatives, wives, husbands of somebody that's watching all the time, and you have monetary gain from it, Carolyn. Carolyn's Mommy Ramblings, by the way. Don't you think that fucking hurts people that you're doing that? And by the way, Natasha has never, we will never get along again, okay? Because enough is enough. But she did, with this post, I said I would put my sword down with Natasha, period. I don't need apologies. I don't need anything else. Just lay down the swords. That's it. Natasha may be a greedy, selfish bitch, in my opinion, regardless. But she did not drag Mommy Rambling's son. That never fucking happened. Not one time, not ever. Not barely, not almost, never. Agreed, Pussycat. I read the response to this, and NC's people seem like they were very angry with her and something about a video that they want deleted or privated. I'll get to that in a minute, 71. So anyways, and listen, before I continue reading, yes, years ago when I relapsed, I was the one who fucking finally snapped and said enough is enough. I was tired of being blamed for saying shit I didn't say about her deceased son. And so I said it. You never hear people talking about what pushed me to that point. They were fucking trying to get me to relapse. They were having parties of me relapsing. They were trashing the fuck out of me. They were celebrating when my animal died, all sorts of shit. So they can get fucked, period. There's no apologies for that. Just because you're grieving somebody does not make you a saint. You're still evil. You're an instigator. You're not a good fucking person. And I'm not a numbers person. But Carolyn sure is. Mommy Rambling sure is. And God is awesome because he took that bitch's views. The last couple of years, her views have been shit because she abused every single person that supported her. And I was one of them. What she did to me, okay? Now, Natasha is upset because she knows, Mommy Ramblings knows, that that's a lie. Natasha never dragged her son. Well, I'm upset for the same fucking thing. It never should have got to the point where I actually did say, fuck it, you blame me for it over a year, now I'm going to fucking do it. But I don't care. I was blamed for something I did not do, and I had enough. Period. And my personal vulnerable shit was being brought onto the internet, so I was like, let's play, bitch. Well, people don't like when a cunty Gemini fucking fires back. Because then they get to be the biggest victim because we will go the lowest real quick. We don't have time for the back and forth shit. No, fuck that. We're going to go the lowest. We're going to win the fucking petty argument because we are petty cunts. That's how it works. You treat people the way you want to be treated. So she says, one of my friends who was upset about it watched. They told me your mom said something to the effect that she has gotten to that point or something similar. I didn't see her comment, so I don't know, but I appreciated being told your mom said that. I hope you can understand how hurtful it was to me. I hope you will not use my raw pain and grief for entertainment. Carolyn, you do that to everybody. You used my raw pain and grief for entertainment. Treat people the way you want to fucking be treated. You use people's pain and grief for entertainment and to make money, Mommy Ramblings, on a nightly basis. That seems like a very unreasonable request. She says, if I'm reading your post correctly, I don't think you will. I appreciate that. I think it's terrible the things I have heard others say about your losses. It is so wrong. Now, of course, this is Mommy Ramblings trying to hate bond. And listen, I'm not going to get into a fight with Natasha because the whole point of her post was for peace. But what I will say is, and this goes for Natasha or anybody, if I have said anything to hurt your feelings, not just about deceased, anything, if I've talked about your looks, things that hurt your feelings, anything, it's because you've done it to me first. But I do it. I want to say better, but it's not better to go lower. It's really not. That's the whole point of Natasha's post is she doesn't want to fight. I don't want to have to go low, but bitch, there ain't nothing off the fucking table. If you're coming for me or my loved ones or my feelings, you're going to get it in return. And I'm going to be the cunt. And I have no problem being the villain in the argument either. That's where I'm different with a lot of you cunts. I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about you crying victim. I don't care about that. You treat people the way you want to be treated. Period. And I think a lot of you see in real time how patient I am with a lot of these cunts on here that fight with each other. And then I end up being thrown in the middle and then not talking to either one of them because all the jealousy, the envy, the arguing, the fucking bullshit. I don't like that. I give people a chance. I try to keep the peace, and then they make me turn into a cunt. Mommy Ramblings made me turn into a cunt. That is her fault. That is not mine. Any questions? What about the P calls she delighted in about her youngest son? What? Paisley? The police calls? I don't remember that. And by the way, it's bullshit. I never called a funeral home about Mommy Rambling's son. That's bullshit. I didn't believe her. I was like, when she was doing all this to me at the time, I was like, maybe she's making all this up because she's not listening to me. She is not listening to reason. There's got to be something's off here. So I did a background check on her son to see if he was deceased, and he was deceased. And I'm like, then why the fuck is she doing this? But it gets her attention, and she's too proud. She saw how fucking viciously her little fucking Karen ass community came after me. And I don't tolerate a fucking Karen, bitch. I am a bitch. And they didn't like that I doubled down and was like, okay, bitch, you want to come after me? Well, let's go. I didn't do shit. I did not do shit. And eventually, yes, I did say shit. But at that point, I mean, I apologized about it. But in the long run, looking back, you provoked me. You tried to destroy me. You got what you got. And that's a really on you. That's not me. You provoked somebody over and over and over until I snapped. Lots of people fucking do that, and they fuck around and find out when the words that come out of my mouth hurt their fucking feelings. Well, boo-hoo, so sad. Move on. She says, anyway, months later, and now this post from you. And I will tell you, I cried as I read your words. I know my tears were flowing because I know those feelings. I have many friends who know those feelings. Grief is hard, raw, and real. Hold on, I got to burp. I'll tell you why. Since I've gotten vegan, I'm doing these for nutrients. They're like little starbursts, but they're greens, like little chewy greens that gives you all your vegetables and like nutrients and shit. And then there's a shake version, but it makes me burp. Anyways, she says, grief is hard, raw, and real. I can relate to so much of what you said, as well as the hate and vileness on these YouTube streets. I do not understand how these people spend their days tearing others down. You bitch, you did that to me for over a year. You could fucking more than understand. I cannot imagine how they feel when they put their head on their pillow at night. I know it's a direct reflection of how miserable their lives are. They really need to get a clue that life is too short to spend. It's like they are. It's such a waste. In closing, I wish peace to you and your family. So Natasha responded to her. You could watch Natasha's live from yesterday. She responded to her. But here's what I wanted to respond to. She said, what I said about it was that you did not talk about my son, but you played Robbie's video. Wrong. That was not my video. She played a cartoon that your friend, Carolyn, Mommy Ramblings, NewsTubers, made on their channel that you fully supported. Matter of fact, you commented on that video that we were playing in support of it. That was not my video. That was NewsTubers' videos. So get your fucking facts straight. She said, and that you laughed. No. Natasha did not laugh at my live stream or my video. She laughed at the way that cartoon made me look ridiculous. It made little bald spots in my mohawk and like gave me a big nose. And I was sitting in a bath with like mud all over me. And that's what Natasha was laughing at. Natasha was always against what I said the night that I relapsed and cussed you the fuck out and said mean things about your son, which looking back, you fucking totally deserved. You deserved worse from me, actually. And you didn't get that. So fuck you. Because all the evil shit you did to me, you had it coming. So she says, and you left. That hurt. I don't want to hash this out again. Robbie is vile. No, correction, bitch. Robbie is vile when you are vile to Robbie. Mommy Ramblings, you were vile as fuck to me. You made my life a living fucking hell for almost a year, and then celebrated when you finally celebrated my relapse because you were part of the reason for that. You did that, and then you joked about it. So I'm tired of you bitches out here being like, oh, they made fun of my grief. Fuck you. What about the people that are still living that you're trying to get unalived or overdose or relapse? And you're making fun of all these difficulties people have in life. Fuck you. Maybe God is using your grief to open your fucking eyes to stop wasting your time trying to make other people miserable when you could be spending time with your loved ones. Karma is real. God is awesome. And I stand by that. Don't be a cunt to a son of God because God fucking loves me. But one thing God does show me is to watch my fucking mouth, because eventually he shows me, he's like, son, just wait. Nope. Be more patient. Sometimes watching others get their karma for what they did to you takes a while. Well, bitch, you're getting yours because your channel fucking sucks. Most of your Karens left your fucking channel, Mommy Ramblings, because they see you for the piece of shit that you are. That's why they do not come back to your channel anymore. Prove me wrong, bitch. So you are vile, and it shows in everybody that left your fucking channel. They see how vile you are, and they agree with me, motherfucker. I know he has said things about your losses too, okay? I ain't starting this fight with Natasha again, but she said some foul shit. Do you know what's been said about my rape, Mommy Ramblings? I'm sure you don't give a fuck about that, do you? No, but I ain't going there because Natasha made the post, and I don't need to point out things that were done to me. If she wants peace, let her have peace. Your comment is not contributing to peace. It's making shit worse. His video was disgusting, and the playing of it and the laughing hurt. Well, that wasn't my video, you dumb bitch. You should stop doing true crime because you suck at doing research. That wasn't my video. That was your friend NewsTuber's video. Get your facts straight. Okay, I was there when it all went down. Robbie's telling the truth. Are you talking about the night that Natasha was yeah, that was not my video. That was Mommy Rambling's friend's video. So, yes, that was a NewsTuber's video. Exactly. So, to be clear, and I've cleared this up over the years a million fucking times. And I remember the night that the night Mommy Ramblings was going crazy, we had talked about a lot of fun just laughing on Natasha's panel that night. We showed a lot of different videos. There was no making fun of Mommy Rambling's son. There was none of that. Specifically, definitely not from Natasha. She may be a bitch, but she does not go after deceased relatives. That's one thing she's very clear about. Will she make fun of my rape? Yes, she will. But she won't go after a deceased relative because she has class. Everybody needs to start watching the way that they talk to people so there stops being a back and forth. And that's why I support Natasha's original message in this, just to fucking stop, because people are just going to keep going lower and lower and lower. And you don't want to play limbo with me because I am very flexible and in shape and petty as fuck. And I'll go the lowest. And it's always just with my words, and these bitches are, oh my God, did you hear what he said? Bitch, shut the fuck up. You guys say filthy shit about me and many other people too. Shut up. Don't want none, don't start none. Mary Marlowe was on the air back then. At least I could laugh. I like Mary Marlowe. Ramblings is very fucking crazy. No, I'm not comparing them. What I'm saying is, Mommy Ramblings is saying that Natasha was laughing at her son being dragged. That's not what she was laughing at. Natasha was laughing because her and I went over to NewsTuber's channel and we're watching their cartoons, and one of them was of me in a bathtub with, which by the way, those are two separate live streams. I did a live stream one time in a bathtub with a mud mask, and I just had fun. There was no mean stuff said. It was fun. I had fun with my friends and subscribers, and we were laughing with me in the bathtub. It was playful and fun. So NewsTubers took that idea of me in the bathtub. They made a cartoon of it, but then they put my relapse live stream video audio as the audio of the cartoon. And so basically, it just looks like me, this crazy cartoon character in a bathtub, going apeshit crazy. And it did. The expressions on my face in that cartoon were funny. I mean, Mommy Ramblings fully supported that channel. What's the fucking problem? No, exactly. Nobody ever laughed at it. Matter of fact, I never laughed at Mommy Ramblings' loss. What I said, and trigger warning, this bitch. I worked so hard that whole year, and Mexi was so, that's another reason I think I relapsed, because I was so disappointed what was going on between me and Mexi, and he was a big part of my sobriety at that time in my life, and a big like crutch and a support system for me. And I lost that day, and I just, after all the attacks just from everybody, it got to me and it overwhelmed me, and I ended up getting really drunk that day after almost being a year sober. In 2 weeks from that day, I would have been 1 year sober, and I fucking gave it to everybody. And Mommy Ramblings would often say things like, and lots of people, anytime I've gone, even, no, I'm not trying to fight with Natasha, but people, let me just say a statement so I don't start a fight. People who have talked about me and I've gone after and been like, well, fuck you, and talked about their deceased relative, they treat me like I don't deserve to be alive. And they've actually said that with their mouth. Like, how are people like Robbie still alive when they've relapsed and, mistreated their body, but my son is dead, or my this, or like my life doesn't have value because I was an addict. So that night when I said what I said, which I'm not going to repeat it because it was filthy and I've already apologized for it. It was insinuating about her son ODing. Like, oh, you want to make a joke about me ODing? Is that what happened to your son? And I went on a rant about that, and it was filthy. But fuck you. Nobody ever talks about how she thinks that I should be dead. Like, that's perfectly fine to harass people that are alive still. Like, what? You guys do realize that when people pass away, they are in a way better place than we are, right? But you're down here trying to fucking get vulnerable people to relapse. And then when you finally get them to do that, they had a full celebration that night. That's why I went live like 8 times that night that I relapsed back in 2021, because they kept pissing me off more. They were joking. I was crying on a couple of the streams, like drunk, and they were laughing, and they just kept poking and poking and poking. And Mommy Ramblings was one of them. So she's evil. I am all for peace for anybody who ever wants it, including if Mommy Ramblings ever wanted it. But the thing is, Mommy Ramblings does not want peace because she already knows the truth. She knows that I never originally said that about her son. That's bullshit. And that there's proof because Natasha knows for a fact. Mommy Ramblings knew after that night she snapped and she blamed Natasha Cooper for talking about her son, and she wasn't. She messaged people, and Natasha has those screenshots, and she said, oh my God, I can't believe I went off on them. I wish I would have known. Oh my God, I can't go back and tell people now. I'll look like an idiot. So she knew that she was wrong for blaming Natasha for that. Same fucking here, bitch. You should have known you were wrong, and I didn't do that originally. And she won't correct herself. So therefore, she's never going to make peace with anybody because she can't even correct her lies. Yeah, Mary, I mean, that was a whole public thing. I'm sure people still have all of those live streams somewhere. So that was never, ever, ever a thing. As much as Natasha and I have fought, she did not, and I've cleared this up a million times, ever make fun of Mommy Rambling's son. Mommy Ramblings will never correct that because that's the last bit of victimhood that she could hang on to. And you are a piece of shit, Mommy Ramblings, because, I mean, I've gone through a lot. We've all gone through shit, okay? It's one thing to vent, but to blame other people. This year has been the worst fucking year of my life. Well, actually, it has not. It's actually been the best year of my life. It started off the worst. I literally wanted to die. I did not want to continue my life at the beginning of the year. I was in a terrible spot, and God is awesome. And there's so many people. Now, I've never seen Mommy Ramblings make fun of that, but I've seen your people make fun of what happened to me at the beginning of this year. And you know what I went through. It's not exactly it. I did things too, but you know, I was pushed into a really bad place in my life and shit happened. But I fucking fixed that shit on my own. So we all lose people in life. We all have grief. We all lose people, whether they pass away or they're just no longer in our lives. I started with nothing. I had shit, and my shit was stolen from me. My home that I paid for, my furniture, everything. I had to start over everything. Maybe 5% of my shit I got. And I built my shit the fuck up. And people sit there and call me that I'm selfish. And no, bitch, you got to be selfish. You got to take care of yourself. Without God and my love for myself, I would not fucking be here. Period. In my own fucking home. So all the times they made fun of me, oh, he's drunk, he's this, he lived as his aunt, blah, blah, blah. Well, look at me now, bitch. And I did this. Now, I had help in the beginning because I was fucked in the beginning, but I have sustained my independence on my own. Meanwhile, people making fun of when I first moved into this apartment, I was raped. And I understand that makes me vulnerable that I spoke about it, but it helped me to talk about it. That's a joke to people. And I still am alive. I still work my ass off. I still lay in the bedroom I was raped in. I rearranged it and put new energy into it. Stop fucking complaining. Because we could all sit around and complain all fucking day. Oh, I lost this, I lost that. Me. Shut the fuck up. Do something with your life. I did. You should. But I'm tired of people fucking lying about shit. It's annoying. She'll never correct herself, Paisley. She just won't. And she even said that in the messages to her friends. She's never going to correct herself. So with that being said, we all go through shit. Some of us go through worse. Some of us go through a little bit lighter. Some of us get through stuff quickly. And when people fight, especially on here, they all use it against each other, including me. And I try not to. The first thing that people make fun of me is, oh, I want to make peace. I want things to be peaceful. Oh, please don't fight with that friend. Let me try to mediate. That's not my fucking job. People make fun of me for being overly peaceful, but then they'll call me the worst person when I snap, when I finally had enough. You can't have it both ways. I'm either the villain or the fucking peaceful little angel. No, bitch. I am the way that you fucking treat me. And Mommy Ramblings, you treated me like shit, and many others. That's why they don't come to your fucking channel anymore. Period. That's you. That's a result of how you have treated people. So I am so sick and tired of, oh, Robbie's vile. He dragged my relative, this or that. Fuck you. Stop mistreating people. How about you stop poking people like myself, who has a big fucking mouth, and then you're fucking in shock when the words that come out of my mouth. Really? No. It is unbelievable, the comments, and it doesn't hurt me because people are stupid. You can't be offended by an idiot. But the amounts of followers that people have that will sit there and joke and laugh at my butthole being penetrated without consent. And just about terrible things that I've gone through that thank God, thank you, Jesus, that I've found myself on the other end of it and in a better place. But then they will be so shocked when I fucking viciously cut them down or something in return to them saying those filthy shit. It makes zero sense. That's why there's no reasoning with people like that. But you can correct information that's wrong. And Mommy Ramblings, you are wrong. Natasha never made fun of your son. I fucking did that after a year of being blamed for it and trashed and having people make fun of my sobriety for a fucking year, and you tormented the shit out of me. I fucking said it after a year of that when I relapsed. And that was all me. That was nobody else. That wasn't Natasha. That wasn't anybody else but me. Love you, Dawn. And you deserved it. Don't provoke people. That felt good. Now, I'm not saying it's okay for me to say filthy shit to people. It's not. But people need to start recognizing when boundaries are crossed and when they're disrespecting people's fucking wishes, to let shit lie before it gets worse. And every single one of my fights always are from a dumbass miscommunication or misunderstanding, or, oh, someone's mad that I won't take a side. Eat a dick. I love myself more than any of you bitches. And it's always going to be that way, because if I didn't, I wouldn't fucking be able to take care of myself. You all should start loving yourself first too and stop being cunts. Sorry. Excuse my language, you cunt. Okay? As Mommy Ramblings would say, okay? Look, it looks like that Christmas tree on the wall back there is my mohawk. That's my new Christmas tree. Because my cat took down the other one. Here's my other tree. Come, they told me. So there's that. No, I don't like that. I don't like choosing sides. I don't like being pushed. I don't like people, they just, I don't know what it is. Maybe they like that I attack them with my mouth and my insults, because it's very, listen, if you go low or piss me off and I go low and insult you, you're going to have so many reasons to play victim. It's not even funny. You're going to have so many people supporting and feeling sorry for you after the words that come out of my fucking mouth. I think that's why people do it, because then they can play the victim card very fucking easily. Because I'm a cunt. A big cunt. But I'm only a cunt if you're a cunt to me. And I try not to even do that. But stop poking the bear. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it away when I'm done with that 71. I got this at Dollar Tree. And that. And I have one in my hallway too. So anyways, I had to say that because that I am so fed up and tired of people. It's almost like, okay, imagine this. Take names out of it and take people and situations out of it and close your eyes if it's safe. If not, use your imagination. Okay? Imagine that there are beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, wonderful people just surrounding you. Okay? And you just enjoy their presence and being. You just want the best for them. Then they just start tossing at each other and tugging at each other. And you're like, oh, hey guys, calm down. Can you leave each other alone, please? And then they fucking drag you into it. It's annoying. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody needs that responsibility. People have enough shit going on in their lives. But just take names out of it. And just imagine people. I'm trying not to like make it targeted. I'm trying to make a blanket statement so it doesn't sound like I'm talking about specific people, because this is an ongoing problem for many people as a whole. But just imagine trying to have your peace and people just walking up and grabbing it out of your hands. And you ask them kindly to stop. And then eventually you don't ask kindly anymore because they're not fucking listening. That's how all of my fights get started on this dumbass platform. I get along with people in the world very easily because I communicate with my eyes, my face, my smile. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. With my friends outside of YouTube, I communicate. And when shit gets ugly, I throw down. Okay. And well, I don't do that anymore, but in my younger years, now in January, that was a lot of buildup from a lot of lies that I was shocked by and very hurt by. And yeah, I did a stupid thing and got drunk and got arrested. Yes. Was I provoked by that? Yes, but it was still my choice to be an idiot and get arrested. Okay. Tell the truth to people. Be fucking honest. If you don't like somebody, don't talk to them. If you feel it's worth telling them you don't like them and maybe you could possibly work it out, then tell them. Don't go running to their friends. Don't go running to a live stream. Don't go running to all this. Use your fucking communication skills. God damn it. Use them. This tree's in the way. I can't read the chat. Threesomes are hot. They are. See, I joke sometimes about the day of what happened to me. My threesome would have been hot if it didn't turn into a rape. Unfortunately, that's not the way it went. So it would have been so hot though if it would have went the way it was planned. Thank you, 71. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I try to. Is it still retrograde, Bill? Jesus. I try to like. See, I think what a lot of people don't understand too is I mean, I talk to, there's a net because I have my window open. I talk to a lot of fucking people. I mean, a lot. And it's not just people on here, it's people from my life outside the internet as well. My phone is going off all fucking day. Okay. I have to have this shit on silent most of the time just because it gets overwhelming. So when people are fighting, it is a waste of my time because if they don't want my help, if they don't want my advice, they don't want my peaceful fucking influence, sorry, I don't have time for it. I have other conversations to be involved in, and I don't want to waste my time with that, especially if it's none of my business. It's none of my business. Oh, but it is your business because you're her friend or you're this or you're that. Blah, 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 blah. And stop talking to me about that person if they're my friend then, because you're making it fucking uncomfortable. Stop. It's just and on Tuesday, because I was going to save this live stream for Tuesday, but sorry, there's an ambulance again. I didn't want to talk about mommy ramblings on Tuesday during the live because I do have a special surprise guest. I'm pretty sure they're still coming. If not, I don't know. But we're going to have a conversation about how people, it seems like they purposely start fights. And yes, mommy ramblings does fall into that category because she will start a fight and a victim mentality bullshit over stuff that she knows is false. It is not my fault that you're grieving. Okay. You brought that to the internet. You attack me for things that I'm going through, struggling with, or that I'm grieving, or they're hurting me. Oh, it's like that every night as Hocket. There is, if I just sat here on and just let you guys listen, you'll probably hear a cop car or ambulance every 5 minutes or so. So, but yeah, if you're doing that, you're purposely just fucking trying to start fights. That's a you problem. And you're using vulnerable things that people have to insult them or hurt them. They're probably going to say it in return. Again, it's not okay for me to do that in return. That's something I continue to work on. But disrespectful people, that's why when people are like, how dare Robbie compare his dead pet to my dead child? I'm like, okay, well, hold on. First of all, I didn't bring up my dead pet. You fucking did. You started fucking laughing and making fun of my pet dying. So you brought them up. I just said, how is it okay for you to do that? And then I can't do it in return about your child. A loss is a loss. And I find it, this is my opinion, I think it's even more disgusting to laugh about an innocent fucking pet dying than any human, because humans are cunts. Humans are assholes. Humans have evil qualities. Animals do not. So you're even more disgusting for doing that and trying to provoke somebody who has a big mouth already, and you know that. God. Hey, Daniel. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think a public apology or an apology is ever going to happen out of mommy ramblings. Um, it's never going to happen. And I'm not one of those people that ever is like, oh, you owe me an apology, because apologies are shit unless there's actual meaning and action behind that apology. It means nothing. I would rather just people, they don't even have to say sorry, just like, hey, I'm going to stop, you stop. Great. No need for details. That's a waste of time. Go enjoy life. I'll do it too. Have a good one. Oh yeah, Mary. Yeah. It's funny that my pets have died. Matter of fact, each pet that has passed away, which by the way, since I've been on YouTube, I've had Sandra, Carol, Doja, and now I have Mr. Handsome Trump. So he's my fourth hamster. Hamsters only live about 2 years. That's like probably the max you might get, 2.5, maybe 3, possibly. But you're going to get about 2 good years with a hamster, and that's it. That's why I love taking care of them, because their lives are so short and precious. So I've been on YouTube, for almost 7 years now. And they've said, oh, he can't keep a hamster alive. He kills them. And that's funny. I'm like, okay, do your fucking math, you idiots. Okay, 2018. And it is now almost 2026. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's almost 8 years. So if 2 years apiece, that's 4 fucking hamsters, you idiots. I take better care of my animals than I do of myself. I fucking love animals. I will run out into the middle of the street to save a fucking ant that's about to get ran over by a car, and I will take the hit just to flick it out of the street. Sorry, you guys fucking hate creatures. That's your fucking problem. But it's disgusting to be like, oh, animals are nothing like humans. Yeah, no, they're not. They're fucking better than humans, bitch. They are better. So, and that's another thing. Carolyn was like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Yeah, I did. I said, I love my hamster more than you loved your son, bitch. And I meant it. I don't give a fuck. Don't bring up my dead, deceased pets. If you don't want, and don't compare them if you don't want the comparison. Because I do love animals more than any of you motherfuckers love people. That is a fact. Animals are precious. So are insects. They're innocent creatures trying to live in the world. And then there's a bunch of cunts that eat them. Happy Thanksgiving, you turkey nobblers. Yes, Mustang Sally, and they make my life happy. I love taking care of, and if I could have a farm and just stay on it all day, I would. I love taking care of animals. I love seeing them happy. I love seeing animals be rescued. I love seeing an animal that's in fear comforted, and they're seeing their emotion change and seeing them feel safe. I love that. This is my favorite thing in the world is animals being loved. And when I come across people that are careless about animals, I side eye them and I question them. I don't see them as good people. I just don't. The people that don't consider creatures have feelings and they just don't care. I don't like that. Yep, she turned it all back on herself, Vicky. Yep. Do you watch Rocky Kanaka? I don't. Who is that? And by the way, happy Thanksgiving this week. I will be busy, which is good because, I mean, I come from a very dysfunctional family. And so my immediate family, my parents and my siblings, none of them talk. They all fought with each other my whole life. I was always in the middle, the mediator, and now I don't talk to any of them because they were tired of me sending messages in between all of them. And I was like, fuck that. I'm done. So I'm not, the holidays to me are, you would think they would be lonely, but they're not, because I think that you can find other ways. If you're single or if any of you are lonely, or you've had people pass away or leave out of your life, like find a new way to make yourself happy on the holiday instead of like getting in that depression, because it's easy to fall into. I got divorced this year, so I don't have my married and family, and my aunt moved, so it's like I don't have family for the holidays anymore. I have my cousins and stuff, but like no, it's not the same. For example, let me give you an example, and this isn't to brag, but this is to change your mindset. um I think it was 2012. I had just had my heart broken by somebody, and Valentine's Day was coming up, and I delivered pizzas at the time. I worked at Blackjack Pizza. And so I was I was like dreading Valentine's Day coming up. So I had to change my mindset on the day. That way I can either have a new tradition or something that I can feel good and look forward to the day. So I asked my manager, who was one of my really good friends, I said, can I have like 10 pizzas, or can you give me like a discount? She ended up making them for me for free. And I don't know why it was in my brain to call a cancer center, like a chemo center. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're going to be hungry afterwards. And then my manager was like, why would you want to take them pizzas in chemotherapy? They're going to be getting sick. So I called and I was like, hi, I just had my heart broken and I work at a pizza place. I was wondering if it'd be okay if I brought in a bunch of pizzas for either the staff, but I wanted to bring them for the patients. And they were like, they would love that. So on Valentine's Day, to change my outlook, I took those 10 free pizzas my manager gave me. I walked in, I set it on the counter, and I said, hi, I'm the one that called. I did not stick around for a thank you or anything. I just gave it. And I knew that they were enjoying those pizzas on Valentine's Day. And I was like, love that was shared in a different way. And I didn't feel depressed. I didn't feel like I was missing out on the holiday. It was like a new way of, it was a new mindset. So I'm going to find a way to do that with Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff. That way I'm not like, because we could all sit around and be depressed and be like, oh, I'm not married anymore. I don't have this or that. Well, bitch, I got a lot of shit to be thankful for, and I got a lot of love to spread, motherfucker. So I will go out and save a fucking squirrel on Christmas. I will do whatever it takes to feel good on Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like, you just find a new mindset. Yeah, and I was surprised, as Hockett, that they really were going to eat the pizzas. Because at first I felt dumb. My manager was like, you're so stupid. Why would they eat pizza if they're having chemotherapy? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're hungry after getting sick. But they took them, so Yeah. Last year you had a TV dinner. Last year was kind of depressing. Well, yeah, don't let it be depressing. Don't let the holidays. And you know what? If you want to skip the holiday altogether, if it's depressing you, don't even decorate. If you don't want to decorate, you're not obligated. Hold on, I got to burp again. To be a part of the holiday if you don't want to. I feel like that is a big part of the depression people get, is they feel like they're missing out because it feels like you should be participating or you should be doing something. You don't have to if you don't want to. And if you don't have somebody to call you or to call or to cook dinner with or anything, find a new tradition, a way to like either avoid the holiday or to indulge the holiday, but in a different way where you could do it with yourself or like friends even. Or, and I know it's hard to hang out with friends on the holiday because they're with their families. So I think that's another reason people become depressed. Are there any clubs? I wonder if, I'm sure there's got to be a club somewhere or some sort of community that people can join that are lonely on the holidays, and they can, like, even in their area, like little support groups that kind of get together. Don't you think that would be a thing? And maybe they get each other presents or become like a little family or something. That's something that should be, if people require that kind of um interaction for the holidays. I don't. I'm a very independent person emotionally. If somebody leaves my life or dies or whatever, it's sad in the moment, but I always find a way to survive and be happy for myself. I'm not saying I'm not sad when people die or leave, but I mean, why should I be sad forever? I'm still living. So maybe I should do a live on Thanksgiving for those people. Yeah, I know Natasha does that. A lot of people do that. Yeah, you should, because, it's something that some people need. I don't. I mean, I enjoyed the holidays that I had with my families in the past, but it's not something that's required or needed or necessary for me. I can do with or without it. I am my own holiday on a daily fucking basis. I am my own party. I love hanging out with myself, and when people hang out with me, it's fun, and when they don't, it's still fun. I fucking love me. I'm fun, and I make myself laugh all the time. Sometimes I masturbate too, and I love myself in that way. Not all the time though, because I'm really busy like working on myself and doing responsible things, but sometimes you just gotta rub one out. Sometimes, hey, here's something that can really get you out of the holiday blues. Watch porn. Instead of popping a turkey in that oven, pop a good old 1990s porno VHS. Go down nostalgia lane and pull out the VCR. Watch yourself a good porno with a 90s porn stash. If you want to go further back, go to the 70s. Go to the bush. Find yourself a nice bush. Yeah. Throw away the turkey with the bushes. Go vegan. 90s porn. The porn possibilities are endless, And you don't even just have to do that on a holiday. You can watch it on a Tuesday afternoon. As Hawkins says, no thanks. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be thankful for life. Be thankful for erections and community. Circle porn and turkey. Unless you're vegan like me, because now I'm vegan. I will not volunteer my stash. I will never surrender my facial hair. Sorry. Could take a ride though. What do you call that? A stash ride? We can make Christmas carols about a stash ride. You could change your whole perspective on the holidays altogether. Pumping on this hoe. I don't want on a 2-leg spread on my face. All them hoes we go, right in my stash all the way. Condoms on the floor, jack straps on the bedpost. Oh, what fun it is! Oh, what fun it is to pump and swing on Oscar's sex swing tonight. Oh, fuck me now, fuck me now. Sing that outside your local Methodist church. See what happens. Shit. But hey, it might bring some excitement for the holidays, you know? Spread my thighs. Don't ask why. I'm gonna come on you tonight. I'm not a virgin, I am a hoe. Holy infant, so tender, let's make a child. Deep penetration, so deep. Don't pump too hard or I'll queef. So beautiful. Okay, I gotta go to bed. I had too much green tea today and smarter greens. Well, find yourself something good to do for the holiday, okay? If you're feeling lonely, because you know me, I'm going to be singing out the 8th floor, that song that I just created, and more. It's going to be a full holiday CD, okay? All right, guys. Anyways, I hope you have a good night. Reminds you of drag queen parties. Oh, really? Do they have sex? Drag queens don't normally get along with me. I get along more with butch lesbians, like if I ever go to the gay bars. You know? Drag queens just only want my dick. I feel like that's who's mean to me in the gay community. Like, if I don't want to have sex with people, they're mean to me. Yeah, ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 and a merry free STD testing for all. Required by the state. Yeah, like people get mean to me if you're not attracted. Like, people think just because you're gay, you're going to be attracted to every gay man around you. That's not how it works. And whether they're attractive or unattractive, like if I don't want to have sex with people, they're mean, or if I'm not interested in them sexually, there's a lot of hot guys that I'm talking to right now. And I'm just too busy to even hook up. And I think that's a blessing because, I don't have HIV. I don't have any STDs currently. And I'd like to keep it that way. So I've just been too busy. And there's a really hot, let me just toot my own horn real quick. There is a hot twink after this daddy right here. Now, I know I've knocked Natasha a lot for her boyfriend being younger, but now it's time for me to be a hypocrite. He lives in this building. He is a hot twink in like his early 20s, by the way. So I don't think I could ever date him, but he wants this daddy, okay? He messages me all the time. Last night, he asked me if I wanted to drop a load in his hole, and I said, oh, shit, I'm busy. So I still got it, all right? But I'm not just willing just to drop it. And he's hot. He is hot. I just don't have time right now, So just going to rub one out and sing naughty Christmas carols on Thanksgiving. I've heard all kinds of Grindr stories from your best friend. They're kind of terrifying. Grindr, yeah. And well, they have plenty other apps now too, like Sniffies is like the sister app to Grindr. And yeah, there's I have a Grindr account right now, but I talk to guys on there, but I don't I haven't hooked up in a while. And I've just been staying sober for a long time and stuff, and that's not a good place for somebody who is sober, because there's a lot of dangerous people on there that they won't tell you that they're partying. And actually, I think that's one of the reasons I haven't been hooking up. Even if somebody does not tell you that they're high, like because I'll tell people on there, I'm like, no drugs. They're like, oh yeah, no. You could still hook up with somebody. They could lie to you. And if they're high on methamphetamines, that can go through their skin or their bodily fluids and go into your system and get you high. And I'm on probation. I don't want to risk any of that shit. So, no. Okay. I will rub one out for the team. Sniffies is for drug addicts. There's a lot of drug addicts on Sniffies. Yeah, you're right. But there's a lot of drug addicts and party hookup guys, especially in this area. I live in the neighborhood downtown. Congress Park is where I live, but Capitol Hill is like the gay capital of Colorado. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that do like to indulge in sex drugs. So, yeah, Sniffies is not good in my experience. I mean, I have met good people on there. But obviously, that's where I met the crazy man. God, he was crazy. You know, before I go, I will say this. A lot of people don't understand. They say, oh, they question after the guy from Sniffies raped me. And well, why didn't you report it? If you don't report it, it's going to be your fault if it happens to someone else. And like they say shit like that. There's two specific reasons why I did not report it like to the police. And that's nobody's fucking right to say that, because it's not my fault if somebody does that to a human. You should never do that to another human being, period. And I have very valid reasons why I did not report that. And I don't need to tell anybody. I've told a couple people, but it's nobody's fucking business. I never regret telling people that happened on here, because it helped me a lot just to vent. That's what I use my channel to vent. And I already knew people were going to make fun of it. Like, that's a given. I didn't expect certain people to do it, but people surprise you. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Anyways, with that being said, I hope everybody has a great thing. I'll see you on Tuesday for my live stream. I know I said I'm only going live on Tuesdays, but I had to just respond to that because Mommy Ramblings really is a piece of work. Enough is enough. I got to burp. Come on. Come on out. Come out. Come on. Get out. Come on. I don't know how to make myself burp, but I could feel it. Come on, get out. Oh, I could feel it. It hurts. I don't know how to make myself burp. Yes. Oh God. See, actually, I am gonna eat one more. Just, I know you're only supposed to have 2 per day, but I gotta show you what they look like as Hocket. So one is the shake. I haven't opened this one yet, but these. So you eat 2 of them per day. These are so delicious. They're like a berry flavor, but they have all the vegetables in them, all the good shit you need. Kind of tastes like a little Starburst. Good night, Katie. It's so delicious, and you know that you're putting good into your body. Oh, so soft. The flavor. Oh, you just ordered them? You will not regret it. Also, if you ever want to like grab them, if you're out and about, Walgreens is where I got mine, in the pharmacy. Summer berry flavor. They have probiotics in them, 25 plus superfoods, prebiotic fiber. Oh, see, I love vegetables. I'm not big on fruit because it's hard to eat. Like, it's so much work to peel. I could eat any vegetable raw, just Mmm. Let me know how you like these, Hocket. Hold on, it's stuck. One more thing, folks. It is nobody's fault but a person that asked for a refund from Scotty, whatever. Who cares? I'm not trying to get involved in that. If anybody wants to help Scotty get her PayPal back to out of the negative, where's her PayPal links? I think they're on her channel. Hold on, I'll drop them. Because I did say when I was mad at Scotty, I'm going to get a refund. And I guess that planted ideas in other people's heads. And they did put her PayPal in a negative. So if anybody would like to help Scotty get that out, I feel partially, I guess, responsible just for putting the idea out there. So if you want to help Scotty, that would be great. If not, go fuck yourself. Just kidding. All right, hold on. Let me share her link. Here's her PayPal. Here's Scotty's PayPal. Oh, yes. Oh, you're welcome, 71. By the way, there were 2 people that donated to me the other day. I'd never say their names. I just wanted to say thank you for that. If you ever donate to me in Cash App, it only lets me hit the heart. And PayPal, sometimes it'll say send PayPal message. I always send one that says thank you. I don't know if people get them. So to the 2 people that sent those, I never want it to seem like I didn't say thank you. Thank you for those. I did get them. Actually, I'm just going to say first names. Here's Scotty's PayPal while I'm looking for that. And then I'll get Scotty's Cash App. I'm only going to say a first name. Debbie and Rachel. Thank you for the PayPals. That was very sweet of you. I really appreciate it. All right, now let me get Scotty's Cash App. Copy link address. Here's Scotty's Cash App. You guys hear the sirens again? How many minutes was it? Oh my God, that's a long link. Hold on. Just drop like an encyclopedia link for her Cash App. Yeah, Bill, I'm just trying to make it right. I know you guys don't get along, but if I'm the one who inspired that, I feel bad. There's her Cash App. So that's that, everybody. I will. Oh, my eyes are so tired. But yeah, let me know how you like those. Yeah, I've just been getting like, I'm just like, my body's craving green. Like I see green, whether it's a vegetable or a juice or something. I just want it in me. Not like syphilis, green. You know, I'm being celibate right now. I'm talking about like nutrients. Okay. Don't get my Christmas carols twisted. This has a lot of good shit in it, though. Carrots, spinach, green tea. Oh, shit. I just took something with green tea in it before bed. Shit. Basil, garlic. I love garlic. Lots of superfoods. Yeah, there's tons of, I mean, shit. Screenshot that. Damn. There you go. Screenshot that. All right, guys. Have a beautiful evening. Thanks for hanging out. No, I do feel bad. You know, the world would be easier if people just communicated. I mean, again, look at Natasha and Nikki. They've come full circle in their peace when they could have just fucking did it when I was mediating to begin with. People need to stop being so complicated. I'm telling you, don't ever pick sides with anybody, any fight. It doesn't matter if they're trying to drag you in or guilting you, manipulating you, making you feel bad. Stand your ground. Do not ever turn into a sheep because of somebody else's emotions towards someone else, because you will always regret it, because it's not your feelings you're acting on. It's the other person's, and it is not good. Okay? So there's that. Thoughts of cucumbers? Ooh, I love cucumbers. I need to put some cucumbers on my eyes. See, ever since I got Botox, like the wrinkles in the sides are going down. But she was worried about this. She's like, you have hooded eyelids like I do. So the Botox gave me lazy. See how they don't stay up like they used to? Like hooded, lazy eyelids. So I need to put some cucumbers around my eyes. And next time I get Botox, I think I'm just going to not do my crow's feet and just do my forehead, because I'm very satisfied with the way, but it's already, I think the feeling's starting to come back because I'm able to raise it more, but I'm probably about a month or two out from getting my Botox again. Amen to that, Mustang Sally. Best to stay out of squabbles. And here's something I've learned over time. If somebody tries to force you into it, cut them out. They got to go. They got to go. Don't ever let someone guilt you into that shit, because it's not your problem. I love Botox, Katie. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a refund. So I'm like happy about it, and not because I have tons of Botox credits. But yeah. I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. Let me just check one more thing before I go live, because my brain always goes all over the place. Sometimes if I have something important to mention, I put it in my notepad. Okay, I wrote down Scotty's pay links, so did that. I think we're good for now. I think we're good. I will see you on Tuesday with my surprise guest for a fun conversation. And no, it's not Miss Portland. Love you, Miss Portland. But this person, I was like, they would be perfect to have this conversation with. So yeah. Good night, S. Hockett. Good night, Mustang Sally and Katie. Bill, good night. And yeah, I'm gonna go. God, I think my cat went to bed before me, but he's gonna be up in about an hour or two, going crazy all over my head like he's been doing every night the last week. So good night, everyone, and I will talk to you later. Happy Thanksgiving week. Make sure that you only eat the vegetables and spare the turkey's life, or you're all going to hell. None of you will listen to me anyways. You're going to be stuffing those carcasses up your mouth and the stuffing in their orifices and be like, oh, what are we thankful for today? Oh, we're thankful for murder and cranberry sauce. Okay, love you guys. Goodbye.
No chance, no, dance.